Oh, kind of love that. Hell yeah. I got some clothes because my wife thinks I need more clothes. She's probably right. I don't have good fashion sense. Secret Santas, and I have been putting it off until the last possible second, including one that I have to get tomorrow, and I have not started. So, yeah, it's an office one, and I have to get like food, so I'll just go tomorrow, I guess, during the day.
You potluck kinger over there.
Unless it snows, in which case you're shit out of luck. You're not getting a fucking gift.
It's true. There's snow in
So
the forecast tomorrow.
we will see what happens.
We will see.
You're watching Domed In Cuse, the quick hit podcast for real Orange fans. If you love Cuse sports, hit like and subscribe. All right, folks, welcome back. Another Domed In basketball episode. Tav and I are gonna review some game film. So we know that the film episodes that we did for football, people really love those. So we're gonna kind of bring those to basketball. Basketball, we're gonna more focus on plays and stuff like that. So we'll go through that today. We're gonna just watch the Iowa State game for now, and then we'll probably jump into a preview about Tennessee. So let's go ahead and get started here.
The goal of today is to kind of walk through maybe why we're seeing some of the issues that we're having, just frankly, why we can't seem to get in rhythm here. I think there's some really fixable stuff here that I think we covered a lot of in our last episode, but just trying to give people some examples here that we can look for moving forward.
Great. So let's jump right into it.
I think our first look here is going to be this first possession of the game here.
So we'll just let this one play out here.
Which was a turnover. So I like the double high screen action here. And then this is just a mess. So if you want to bring this back a little bit, just back to where George kind of starts this action. So just go here, let Kings kind of run through here. I like this action to start the game, and then stop here. Run this double screen action, right? You can go forward a couple frames here. And stop again. What did we just do? Like, we had two guys set up, come up here to set a double screen. We didn't set a single screen. There's not a single screen set on this play. George is now trapped at 30 feet because Kyle doesn't really set the screen. He slips, but then Sadiq is slipping his screen before it's even getting. So we don't execute this play at all. Guys are running into each other. There's no spacing. This is just poor execution. We don't know the timing of how to execute this play and then play through.
Can I just say too, though, like picking up our dribble here at half court as a point guard, can't do it.
You can't do it. And then I don't even know what this look is. That's not what this play is designed to do, for Sadiq to catch it on the other wing and then try and throw a bounce pass with Kyle holding position here. It's like, no, roll to the rim.
Yeah, I don't understand why Kyle isn't moving on this. I feel like Kyle should be moving. I feel like Sadiq almost threw the ball in the right spot here.
He did. I don't think this was a bad pass. He's like trying to hold a defender off behind him at 30 feet. It's just like this whole play is discombobulated, right? And if like this is a look that we came out scripted to start the game, it's not a great indicator. We did not run this well.
Honestly, they didn't even set the initial screens for Kings well. Nobody got a body on Kings' guy.
Kind of a dummy action, right? Like he's just kind of going through. But we do that constantly. Like you're saying, we don't run this offense like it's intention to run either. Like that shouldn't be a lazy cut and no screen there. Like that's an option on the play, you know?
Terrible. You want to skip ahead?
Yeah, you can play through here. The second possession is honestly, it's another just not a real pretty possession. So we can play through here just till we get the ball back. So JJ brings it up here, kind of initiates prods. We kick it out. And then this play right here.
What is the spacing here?
We love starting action with Kyle on the perimeter. I get it, I guess, but we're doing it every possession. If you play through here, this is Go back. Yeah, go back. Look at what happens here. So if you go back, you pause that there, right as Kyle gets the ball and starts to dribble. He doesn't know what he's supposed to be doing here. Like, this is we were talking about this the other day, dude. This is a clear, it's a concept in the offense. He is to dribble at George, and George is either to come get the ball based on how the defender's playing him, or he's to cut back door. It's like very simple dribble drive concept. Just watch how hesitant we look here. Kyle doesn't know if he should dribble. Then he like half dribbles. Then he dribbles into the corner, jumps up, and throws the ball back across the court. What are we doing?
Yeah.
These are our first 2 possessions of the basketball game, you know?
It's mystifying. And then we end up in a nice screen and roll here, but like.
And then JJ, just throws it.
Wild shot by JJ.
So those are our first 2 possessions of the game. You know, like,
let's
it's just
skip ahead here.
It's just kind of indicative, right, of what we look like offensively, right? Like, we just don't look organized on that side.
Confused, to be honest.
Totally. It just does not look pretty.
But it doesn't look like we know what we're running. B, we're not running anything with any intentionality behind it.
Exactly. And that starts to come up just even more as you continue to watch this through. This one right here, I just hate this decision from JJ. I just call it out. Like, this is not a good decision in the half. Like, we're in transition. Why are we throwing the ball to Sadiq in the corner here? What's he gonna? What's he gonna do?
Honestly, this is a moment to try to get by your guy, drive at Sadiq's guy, and then kick it out to him for an open corner 3 if he's going to shoot it.
Right, like, this guy is coming out to come guard Sadiq. Right, you've got a big man in motion. Put some rim pressure on. Like,
right.
Why are we tossing a grenade to Sadiq in the corner where he's not, like, this isn't a good position for him.
You're putting your team in a bad position.
That pops up. We're not the guards aren't doing a good job putting the other guys in positions to make plays or where they should be getting the ball, you know.
It also, to me, feels like just, again, discombobulated, right? Like,
yeah. Again, here, if you want to back this play up, I note this one just mostly because of the urgency. Just do you watch anybody set a screen or even cut, or like, it's just there's no intensity.
I mean, look at that first screen by Kyle here.
Right. Sadiq kind of comes off,
doesn't even touch
jogging.
Him.
I mean, look at this. George doesn't set a screen. Kings does whatever that is.
Kyle doesn't screen the guy again.
Like, George is supposed to be coming off of that for maybe a shot or to catch it in like an attacking area. Like, it ends up kind of working out at the end because of nonsense, but that's not a good possession. Like, do you know what I mean?
Totally. I totally agree. And I think that I wasn't at this stage in the game, but it was another stage that was eerily similar to that, where Greg Anthony calls it out, and he basically is like, this team is not moving fast. They're not moving crisp. The ball isn't snapping around. And you can kind of tell that when the ball isn't snapping around and you kind of get yourself in positions where, like, you know, you end up with like a lazy offense, right? Where guys are just moving to move and nobody's moving with intentionality. And Greg Anthony kind of calling that out. Greg Anthony isn't one who's super hard on guys on the mic, to be honest with you. Usually he's pretty even keel, to be fair. Like, he usually isn't going after guys or saying great things either way. He's usually pretty even keel. So for him to call out that basically Syracuse isn't running was kind of shocking.
Yeah, it's just like it's just so stagnant, man. We're not, like, we look like we're going through the motions on this end of the floor. If we want to pull this back, actually, it's actually, if we want to just stop it right as George comes across, it's a little bit further here. I know he's passing it here. This is like some of the problems that we just have with our spacing overall. Right?
Why is everybody on one side of the floor?
Everyone's on one side of the floor, right? Why is Sadiq he's passing to Sadiq at this Lily logo here?
It's like 40 feet from the hoop.
Seriously.
Why is the Kings on the other side of the floor here?
Exactly. Why is it, if he's not going to be on the other side of the floor, he needs to cut, because look at what is open here. I mean, if he cuts,
It's a
There's 2
2-on-1
guys.
at the hoop with him and
There's
Kyle.
2-on-1 at the hoop, and then this guy either has to leave JJ. It's a wide open 3 for JJ to come pin down on Kings to even out that 2-on-1, or it's a 2-on-1 at the hoop. We're just standing and watching so much.
And by the time we recognize anything and attack the hoop here, and by the way, how is JJ the one who ends up running across the floor here?
Because JJ realizes we're all standing next to each other. Like, it's just messy, man. And like this, I realized this first 4 minutes was a little bit of a funky scenario, but it was egregiously bad. I mean,
But you're asking Sadiq again here to try to drive and initiate the offense by himself. It's not the strength of his game, at least not yet.
That's not a good decision by the point guard to be throwing him the ball there. You know, again, it's one of those. It's just another one of those scenarios. Like we just got to be better with that.
Skipping ahead here.
Yeah, this one actually is one of the possessions I actually liked. He goes quick here, George. He's decisive. Kyle makes a decisive decision. Kick out.
You get a good shot.
That's a good shot. And when we started to do that here late in the first half, we actually started to actually get some decent looks, and we missed some shots, but that's a good look from us. You know, that's a decisive offensive possession. We got into it. The ball moved quickly.
I do want to note that you called out 4 plays that didn't work for our offense, and you call 1 play that did work, and it's not the starting 5. That 5 did not work. Whatever they were trying to do, it wasn't working. And like you watch the tape, and it immediately looked better with Betsy on the floor.
Totally.
And it's not a Sadiq thing. This isn't a Sadiq or Betsy thing. It's like the chemistry of those 5 doesn't work.
No, I mean, you look at it out there. We just went through 4 minutes. These guys are they're running into each other out on the court. Like it's clearly broken. It's not. You've been calling it out for a week now. Like we need to figure out a solution for that because it's a complete mess on offense.
So here's another possession coming up that you wanted to look at.
I just hate this shot from George. Like I just hate it. There's no bigs in the paint on this possession. He just pulls up for 30 from 30 feet. Like if you're gonna shoot early here, this needs to be you got to go to the rim. Like if you pull that back, look at where their bigs are when he shoots this ball. Like pause it. First off, they only have 1 real big in the game. It's 21.
Yeah, 5's kind of like a small power forward, right?
Jefferson's he's not really a rim protector. Like get to the rim or get by somebody. Like launching a 30-footer here with nobody down the court, like you're not in numbers. It's not a good decision.
Again, I'm still confused as to why 3 guys are all on the same side of the floor here again. Like it's confusing.
And I don't mean, again, I know this was a funky scenario, but all of these are in the first 4 minutes of the game.
Yeah, first 5 minutes of the game. Yeah,
like it was a real ugly showing here. And
all right, we're gonna jump ahead here.
Our possessions have kind of looked. This next one is honestly just not about his play. I have no idea what this play is.
You don't think we meant to have William Kyle make a cross-court pass from the corner to the other side of the floor?
Just go back and watch this play again. Like
you're sure that this pass here from Kyle isn't exactly what we've been looking for the whole time?
I mean, if I could watch this play like 7 times. I have no idea what we're trying to do. Like I have no idea. Like watch Tyler Betsy.
He doesn't know where he's supposed to be. Kyan doesn't know where he's supposed to be. This feels like we're trying to sneak one into the Kings on the back door, and the second it wasn't there, Kyle had no idea what to do and just tried to pass it to Kings.
Totally. That was it. Like it was maybe that's like the second option as he goes out for a flare.
No, the second option here is Betsy needs to come grab the ball from Kyle in the corner and shoot the 3.
Correct. Like I just
or Nate George needs to make himself more available.
Yeah, but this is coming out of a timeout, dude. This was coming out of a TV timeout. That was what we did. You know, it's just like we gotta clean this up. It's an ATO, and that's that a bounds play we come out with. That's rough.
It's got to be better. Okay, we're gonna jump ahead here a little bit.
Yeah, this next one is actually a positive one. I actually like the pick and roll here. We don't have like he slips the screen early again, but he's decisive. It's a kick out. This is a good look. Kyan makes it. There was a couple more in a row around this time where we took the lead. That's good offense. Ball moves to the other side of the floor. It's quick. It's decisive. It's good stuff.
And again, you can tell the defense is good here. We've given up 7 points.
Yeah. This next stretch of the game was like probably our best stretch. Our defense was solid.
This was a good lineup for us, I thought. JJ, Cayenne, Betsy, George. I know you didn't love Akira's game in this one, but I like him in this lineup too.
Yeah, I just think this lineup works with Kyle better.
Yeah, I wouldn't disagree with that. I think, yeah.
But I think there's you're saying though, we're not going to play him more than 30 minutes. I don't think he can last. I don't think he can.
Not with the way he plays, and I'd rather keep the way he plays and sacrifice a couple minutes of soiree. Like
exactly.
Honestly,
he's playing.
Akira's been good at times this year. Like I know he hasn't shot and he doesn't look to shoot, but like defensively and rebound, the activity's there.
Yeah, I think at times I just don't love playing with the complete not option on offense.
All right, let's skip ahead here again.
Because this stretch is when we started to play some basketball. We looked okay through here.
I like when we do the press. Let's look at this. I like it, especially with this lineup. I think Cayenne and George are actually pretty good at this. Fennell came into the game and gave us great minutes in this game.
Fennell came in and was solid.
I mean, I like this. This took them, it takes a team out of their rhythm, and this guy's loading up a shot from the top there. And I like that Red has differentiated the defenses, and then that was awesome. I mean, this is freshman to freshman to freshman. First of all, great job by Fennell here, grabbing this board, strong board, out. Cayenne, right up, boom.
Like that, what it just is so evident is we're so much better when we play fast.
We didn't do a whole lot of that.
I would rather take some bad shots early if that's how we're gonna play. Right?
That's a terrible foul call.
Yeah, this was not good.
Oh my goodness. This is a terrible foul call. All right, let's move ahead here.
Possession, this has just got to be better from the point guard. We're just throwing the ball into the corner. I just don't like this.
Another spot of just putting our freshmen in a bad position.
Look at the urgency on this possession, dude. Just nothing happens.
And again, you have a freshman taking like a wild shot at the end of the shot clock.
That's a grenade for Fennell. He's got to shoot that, but that's because your point guard's just got to take control of possessions.
Good block by Soiree. Good job getting back down the floor here, and another good shot here.
Played fast, kick it like this. We were playing some ball here in this
Sadiq draws a foul. It's pretty good. That's the good stuff. But then again, here you have an out of bounds play.
And this was good.
Yeah. Get a little mellow to the rim, baby.
It's like the pass the corner is fine if you're penetrating it all. What bothers me is we're just tossing the ball into the corner when we're not moving the defense at all,
I mean, even there though, you're relying on your freshmen to make a play for you, and I didn't think we'd be at that stage yet where we're relying on the freshmen to make the plays. I thought anything they give us, that's a bonus, but it really does feel like, hey, that's not great from Cayenne here.
No, but I actually called this out because bring this back. The point guard's got to come get the ball here. Why is he moving away? This isn't a matchup we want to attack. Torrey's good. He's really good. He's got long arms. He's active. Why do we want Cayenne matched up on him and trying to handle off the dribble?
But also, it's a lot again of these screens. Kyle does not seem to be setting very strong screens here.
No, and just the screen is being set 30 feet from the rim,
way out. Yeah.
It's just there's no urgency getting into this offense, and we need to drill this hard. Like there needs to be better urgency about our placement on the floor, where we get into things, how quickly we get into things, how hard we cut, how hard we come off screens, making physical contact on screens, you know? It's all there on the defensive end. That's what I think is like, I think that's your saving grace right now is like there's a lot of good effort on that end of the floor. That end is really together. We're connected, we're physical. It's just that pretty much leaves the building when the ball's in our hands right now.
Sad,
I
but
mean,
it's
look at this
true.
possession, dude. Yeah, this is actually
Mhm.
what's our yeah, if we bring this back. I could argue this is the quintessential possession for why our offense is effective right now. Just lazy dribbling, JJ going through the motions on
I
that.
mean, can we just back that up?
Look at
First of
this.
all, he almost gets ripped here. Second, what is this by JJ? Is he supposed to set a screen there?
He just kind of goes like just doesn't worry about just again and look at the speed at which we're doing this. Fennell half-ass cuts
Well,
around
because
here.
Fennell's like, what are you doing? You're coming to stand in the corner? I guess got to go to this corner.
And then look at how JJ comes off this screen. He's actually wide open. Should have been past the ball. George just continues to dribble.
But he's also just jogging. Doesn't even look like he wants the ball here.
No. If he came off with any urgency, he probably would have gotten the ball because he would have had a layup.
Too much of the time for me, JJ looks exactly like this when he's open.
Yeah.
I want him to want the ball more, and I want him to shoot the ball more. Honestly, it's like it's infuriating to me watching this guy run around half-assing it half the time, dude.
Yeah, but look at this. I mean, this ball should be. He's not coming off the screen hard, so he doesn't get it, but he's still open. It would have been a layup there. And then
He should have been given the ball, but he's not even looking to get it. His hands aren't even up.
I'm totally, dude. Everything on this possession is wrong. Just
Look,
everything.
his hands aren't even up here coming around this screen.
He doesn't even want it. He's like not even
but
looking for it. And then George just like throws the laziest pass ever that he stared down to Kyle, and that was 20 seconds into the shot clock. That was the first thing we did was a pass to Kyle on the wing. 20 seconds into the shot.
And the only guy who made the right move on that play was Fennell, who cut to the other side when he realized, holy shit.
Yeah. And that may have been part of the play to just get him out of there, but yeah, and then we come back with this possession. This was that's just that actually wasn't horrible. He just makes the wrong decision. It should have been a kick out to the other side. I don't know.
Again, JJ doesn't want it though.
Yeah.
Look, he does. He's ready to shoot that time, but like
he was ready to shoot.
He was ready to shoot that time.
I mean,
I don't mind trying to go for the mismatch to Sadiq here. It's not a great pass, but
no, he made the wrong decision, but you can live with it, right? You can live with it.
I like the big to big alley oops that we've tried.
I mean, to be honest, too, we had missed.
It's also a bit of a foul here, but whatever.
Also, I think at this point we had missed several threes in a row, and so I think the other thought that Kyle's probably having is we don't need to shoot another 3-pointer on this.
Right, let's get it to the rim.
Yeah.
And this is crazy because here you think we're going to lose this game, we're going to get killed going away, and then what does the team do? They do a great job battling back again. George hits a big three.
The next couple possessions, like JJ wakes up, starts to penetrate for like his 90-second
JJ
burst.
gets a rebound here, takes it the length of the floor. Where is this all the time, you know?
Exactly.
And that's a great pass out to and Kings finds a way to get a bucket here.
This was a good possession. That's fine.
No, he doesn't get a bucket, but it was a good possession. I like that from Kings.
Exactly. That's if you miss shots, it's not good, but you can live with it if they're good shots.
But if JJ was doing that all the time, driving under the hoop like that with that intentionality,
watch this.
Where is that all game? Because look at this. This is great. This is great. Look at this.
He gets to the rim. Kicks
this is great. Gets a great shot for his teammate. That's 3 possessions in a row. like
that's it. That's it.
Where's that all the time?
Yes. Like let's just play fast. If we just play fast and aggressive, the other stuff can matter less, right? Like we don't need.
Look, here you go again.
Yeah, like, and as soon as we start to play fast and the ball goes in, our defense picks up, and we get dangerous. You know.
I mean, here you go. You went from 28, and then you get the defense starts getting turnovers. Here you go, JJ, big shot. Love that. I love that.
Right.
I will criticize JJ for a lot of stuff this year. I will never criticize him for missing shots. I want him to take more shots.
I agree.
When I look down at the box score at like 15 minutes into a game, multiple games this season for JJ, and he's got 2 to 4 shots, it's just not enough.
No, it's
Especially with
same with
Donnie out.
George. I agree. I totally agree on JJ. It's just he needs to shoot more. He needs to shoot 15 times a game.
That was so much
We
better
do it
from
again. We
George. Like,
attacked early. This like 4 or 5 minute stretch, we just got into things early. Like, look, George was like, this
and
is
he
something.
attacks Tyler Betsy's guy and then finds Betsy. Like, that's the intentionality that's not
Exactly.
there a lot of times.
Exactly. It's not the aimless dribbling like it's just we've got to attack. We've got to make the defense respect us, right?
And then again, here comes the defense again.
Such an awesome possession from JJ. This shouldn't have been called a foul.
This was a ridiculous foul call. That's a ridiculous foul call. Again, though, it's just like, to me, this is where he substituted. I didn't think he needed to.
No, we were substituted. Like, we're playing well. We just made a 10-0 run. Nobody should be coming out of the basketball.
Yeah.
The middle 8 matter a lot, and I don't really understand. To be honest, he doesn't put a lot of value.
No.
The last 4 of the first half needs to be treated with more urgency. It just
agreed. And then we came back out with that starting 5 in the second half, and it got smoked, dude.
Yeah. We do actually steady this ship okay, though. Although, look, we instantly get stagnant with new guys in the game, though.
No, I don't think there's anything wrong with this lineup per se. I just think he didn't do it at the right time.
It's just rhythm. It's because there's new guys in the game now all of a sudden for no reason when the team was playing,
Yeah. And then we end up like basically in a tie game at half. The defense is good, and again, here comes JJ slowing it down. I don't know why we're slowing it down, but this is something I want to see more of. Betsy in the pick and pop. This works.
Yeah. He also kind of attempted to actually set a screen on the first one, which was nice. We got to set screens better. I mean, we called it out in the exhibitions. It's been a problem for years. We set some of the worst screens. I mean, I've not heard an announcer, like you said, Greg Anthony, like undress a team's offensive execution like he did to us in this game. Everything he said was spot on, though. I mean,
he basically said we were walking around out there, and he wasn't wrong.
Exactly. He's just like, they're loafing around. There's no urgency. The ball doesn't move. We don't set screens. Like, he's right. There was nothing wrong about what he said watching this game.
I loved this. That was better. Somebody did something, but then George just.
Yeah. I mean, he just doesn't. We got to get by people. I mean, that's at least he found JJ, and JJ's looking to shoot there, but you dribble that much, man, you got to make something happen. Like, that's too many dribbles for nothing to be happening.
Why don't we go down? Sorry, give me a second. When did we go down 10 points here in this half?
It was 28-18.
28-18 with about 7 minutes left, I want to say. The last 7 minutes of this half, where we cut a 10-0 lead down, last 6:30, right? We cut this 10-0 lead down, and we ended up down 1 at half, right? So +9. In these 6.5 minutes, we want to watch something?
No, it's just giving me epilepsy.
Oh, sorry. In these 6.5 minutes, this is the best I saw JJ play all tournament. And that's not like the fact that we went toe to toe with Iowa State in the first half, and we were down 1 at the end of the half. And the reason that we were down 1 is because we had a 7-minute stretch where JJ was playing like the guy we think JJ should be all the time. It's infuriating, man, because it's like that's there all the time if he wants it to be. To be honest with you,
we need it. We need it to be there.
Can you count that as a shot attempt? But I swear right here. I kind of think he's over one tab.
Good Lord. But yeah, man, I think that's exactly it. It's that 6.5 minutes is like that's what we need out of him. That's honestly the way the team played in that 6.5 minutes is how we need to play. And they just immediately just start running better action. I mean, they just started running kind of some Spain pick and roll action that we had no answer for it. So,
I don't think we need to go through that second half. It was pretty ugly.
I'd rather not.
It's Monday night here. You'll probably be watching this on Tuesday. So this is game day against Tennessee. It's a big game.
Our season is on the ropes if we can't seem to pull victory. Well, it's not over, but it makes things very, 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 very difficult.
I don't want to get too dour if we lose this game because I do expect us to lose this game. And I think there's so much season left that if we have a good run in the ACC, and I think like a big thing is what have you done for me lately? It's how the selection committee decides. It's how the CFP decides. Like everybody remembers what you did now, and everybody forgets what you did in the beginning of the season. So when we get to the end of the season, because we've lost some of these games, we're gonna have to go far in the ACC tournament. We're going to have to maybe pull off an upset at Duke or at UNC. We're definitely going to have to beat like UNC at home and stuff like that because of these losses. But, that stuff I think is all, especially if this team continues to get a lot better, because I think like we project that it will. I think that's all reasonable stuff that could happen. And if you go on a nice run in the ACC tournament, you win a couple games, maybe you knock off a big dog, that's going to help you a lot, especially if the ACC is looked at as like a quality caliber conference. But again, by losing these games, we've now put ourselves in a position where you're going to have to pull these games out late in the season.
Yeah, that's totally it. I think, look, it's easy to get down about coming winless out of Players Era. Also, we played 3 of probably the top 20 teams in the country out there, and Kansas has really stabilized that ship. Like Self is back to his kind of elite coaching persona out there. I thought he honestly did a really good job with that team throughout that tournament overall. But yeah, man, I think that's sort of where it is. Look, it was disappointing to not get a win. We played 2.5 pretty solid games with obvious flaws that if we clean up, I think we can expect, hopefully we should have won minimum one of those games. I think 2 are very attainable. But we got to just start closing out some of these games. It'd be great to get this one against Tennessee because it makes, like you're saying, that path, the back half of the year, a lot smoother if you can just get one big one here.
Just takes a lot of pressure off you in the back half, right? And I think that's the key. And I will say, I wouldn't be surprised if people push back on us for the way we're feeling, but I'm also not surprised that people are feeling this way. And I think a lot of Q's fans that at least I see are feeling this way of like, oh my God, like that really sucked. But on the same side,
yeah,
we were 2.5 games versus the top 20 teams where we were in every game. And it just so happens that the third game was against Iowa State, where it looks like we ran out of gas a little bit in that second half. And that also is not surprising to me when you consider you took your maybe biggest minutes logger off the floor and you had to try to find other guys to give you more minutes, right? And so your rotation got shorter, your minutes got longer. I'm not surprised that maybe we ran out of gas going up against the top 20 teams 3 times in a row when a lot of these guys haven't done that or haven't played this quality of competition. Even guys like Betsy, for example.
I think that's it. We play a lot of young guys, too, right? And so it's a lot of guys who haven't been here before, and played like this. And it's not an AAU tournament, right? Like you're out there playing like an Otzelberger Iowa State team. That is not DC Assault coming up their third game on a Saturday. Like it's very different things. So
it's also even like guys like William Kyle who've played elsewhere. He didn't play a ton at UCLA last year. He played in, where was it, Montana Valley State or whatever it was.
Right. He's playing out there in the Summit League. It's a lot different, right? And so I don't know, man. I feel I was down after the Iowa State game. I think we may look back and realize that Iowa State is a pretty darn good basketball team, right? At the end of the year, I think they're going to be a top 10 team. pretty much a shoe-in here for the rest of the way. They're a good team. So is Kansas. So is Houston. We played with those teams for, you know, I don't know, man. 120 of the minutes we were there, I'd say we played even with those teams about 100 of them, right? And it's just that second half against Iowa State and a couple minutes, frankly, against Kansas, we're right in those games. It hurts because we should have come out of with a victory.
It also
right?
it hurts the most because it was the last half,
Yeah.
and it was also the last half for like over a week, and sent you into the Thanksgiving break with like a bitter taste in your mouth. You know what I'm saying?
Absolutely, and not excusing that it was a pretty awful half, but I think we can hopefully just wash that away.
So as we look out to Tennessee, one of the things that isn't going to change is there is no Donnie Freeman. It seems like that's been pretty widely reported at this point. Again, I think we touched on this, Tab. I think we kind of both agree at this point that uh, it doesn't seem like a short term or medium term injury.
It certainly feels like we're not seeing him until the new year, right? If he's not playing coming out of the break after a few weeks off, essentially, I don't think we're seeing him before Christmas. So I put my official status at worried. I'm officially worried at this point. I don't have much more on it. I know you and I don't necessarily want to play doctor, but it doesn't feel great that we're now a couple weeks into this injury with no material update, really even understanding of what it is. Right?
Mm-hmm.
It's a lower body injury. It's starting to sound a lot like last year. Not good.
Silver lining. I'm the silver lining king. My silver lining here is maybe this helps the team in the long run. Maybe we do get Donnie back coming out of the new year, and maybe one of the advantages of that is guys have a little bit more of a role and have a little bit more of a scoring burden on them, so that when Donnie does come back, there's more support when he resumes his role as kind of that leading scorer. Because I really do think we missed that. I think there were large stretches of the Kansas game where it was like we needed to just throw the ball into Donnie and have him get us a bucket. And it just wasn't there. I think there were, points in the Houston game, especially in the Houston game, at the end of that game and then in overtime, where it was like, hey, this is really the spot where we could use Donnie. And then against Iowa State, I think in the second half we ran out of gas. But again, in that first half, we were talking a lot about what are our bigs doing, not setting screens, not looking to score for themselves. Donnie adds that element of he can catch the ball in the perimeter. He could shoot it. He could drive it. He can get himself into the mid-range, find a shot, get a foul, and he actually makes his free throws. So there's a lot of stuff that I think goes along with having Donnie that would have made last week, I think, look really, really different. And if we're able to grow without him when he comes back, maybe we're an even more dangerous team. That's my silver lining.
I like that silver lining, dude. That seems positive. I'm with
but
you.
I'll join you at worried. I'll join you at worried.
Yeah, I there's room on the worried wagon for sure. But yeah, dude, I'm hopeful it gives people opportunities, right? That's like what this should hopefully be able to do, is that it clears more minutes for guys. I'd love to see us find ways to utilize the more, and let's keep leaning into Tyler Betsy and getting him shots, right? Like, he's been a nice revelation for us off the bench. That's just kind of where it is. And this is a tough game to not have done, right? Like, Tennessee is a big front line. It would be nice to just have another big body to throw at this. Like, I mean, they're going to go 6'9", 6'11", 6'11" across this front line with Ament, Phillips, and Akpara starting there. It's a big team. Right?
This would really be the game to have Betsy play more of the three.
I think you got to play a lot of it. Because I don't know what you're going to do with who are you going to guard, Ament with. I don't think you can put Kings on him for long stretches of time. I know he's a little weak right now, but that size mismatch is significant.
Big, yeah. Yeah. I mean, it's definitely a disappointing game not to have Donnie.
Yeah.
Well, he's got to change. He's got to change the starting five, man. He can't have that lineup out there. That lineup comes out tomorrow, and they're gonna kill that lineup.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know if it even works size wise against the team like we're saying. Like,
Right.
consider trotting out more size. Because yeah, I think that's just if we want to just get into it. I mean, Tennessee is a different team than they were last year. Really, the last couple of years, like it's a lot of new faces, but some very familiar faces if you're around college basketball. Uh, Jacoby Gillespie, their point guard, is transferred from Maryland, previously Belmont. Good little guard, really good shooter, scorer. Like is a problem from the 3-point line. You cannot leave him open, and he's going to shoot and be aggressive from the perimeter. He's a good player, and he's back in his. He's a hometown kid. He's excited to play and finish out his career there. Kind of with him, it's a bunch of size and athleticism around him. I do like Abram at the shooting guard position. He's a transfer in. He can score and shoot it a little bit, but then their front line is like all athletes, right? You got Nate Ament, who's from my neck of the woods in Northern Virginia, huge 5-star recruit, like big, rangy, skinny, 6'10 perimeter player, can shoot, move. Still figuring things out a little bit, but is a very promising offensive player. And then you've got Phillips on the inside, who killed us the last couple of years. Really athletic, 4-man, gets on the glass. And then Akpar is another big inside, like transfer from Ohio State, was there last year. Another big finisher, shot blocker. Like this is a team that just batters you, similar to Houston. I hope we're ready to play again because I was actually really impressed with how we came out against Houston. We answered that physicality from the opening whistle. If we can do that against Tennessee, the crowd is going to carry us a little bit in the dome. And if we can just kind of hold them and really be aggressive defensively, there's a chance we can build a lead early in this game if we can just really, really try and just be physical to start this game.
I thought we dealt with the physicality of Kansas well too.
I do too. I do too. Especially on defense. Like once we kind of calm down William Kyle on some of the over aggressive help, like we answered that bell against them.
All right. Big night in the dome. Let's hope that the boys can get it done. ACC SEC challenge. I think it's big for the ACC in general to try to win this and see if we can't get a leg up on the SEC for when it comes to tournament time. So stay tuned. We'll be up for another episode later this week, and let's go Orange.